Most gardeners are killing their harvest before it even starts, and they don't even know it. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't care, but because someone somewhere taught them wrong. And that wrong advice has been passed down for decades like it's gospel. Today we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you 10 mistakes that are silently destroying your harvest, and by the end of this video, your garden will never be the same again. Stay with me, because mistake number 7 is the one that shocks everyone. Let's talk about the first one, and it's so common it almost hurts to say it out loud. People plant too deep. They think deeper means safer, means stronger, means better. It doesn't. Your seeds need oxygen just as much as they need water. When you bury a tomato seed 3 inches down, it's not growing, it's suffocating. The old Appalachian farmers had a saying that the seed wants to see the sky before it reaches for the sun. Most seeds want to be planted at a depth of no more than 2 to 3 times their own size. That's it. A tiny basil seed barely needs to be covered at all. So if you've been digging deep and wondering why germination is slow and uneven, that's your answer. Press the seed in, barely cover it, and let the nature of what it was designed to do. The second mistake is something you're probably doing right now without even realizing it, and it's one of the most damaging things you can do to your soil. You're watering at the wrong time. Watering in the middle of the day seems logical. The sun is hot, the plants look thirsty, so you grab the hose. But what actually happens is that the water evaporates almost immediately before your roots can drink a single drop, and the droplets sitting on the leaves act like tiny magnifying glasses that scorch the surface. Generations of southern homesteaders knew that water belongs to the morning or the evening. Early morning is best. It gives the roots a chance to absorb moisture before the heat of the day, and the leaves dry off by afternoon, reducing disease. Water deep and slow. A shallow sprinkle every day creates shallow roots. A deep soak twice a week builds roots that can survive drought. That difference alone can double your yield. Now here's where it starts to get interesting, because mistake number 3 is one nobody talks about. Gardeners are obsessed with what they add to the soil, but they never think about what they're doing to the soil structure. They walk on it. Every single day. Right between the rows, right up to the base of the plants, compacting the ground with every step. Roots can't penetrate compacted soil. Water can't drain. Air can't circulate. The whole underground ecosystem that feeds your plants, the fungi, the bacteria, the earthworms, all of it gets crushed under your boots. The solution is something the Native American farmers understood instinctively. Define your beds once and never walk on them again. Use boards, stones, or stepping paths to keep your feet off the growing areas. You'll see a change in soil texture within a single season. Mistake 4 is feeding at the wrong time, and this one can actually do more harm than doing nothing at all. Most people fertilize when plants look weak or yellow. But by that point you're already behind. You're reacting instead of preparing. The time to feed is before the plant asks for it. Think of it like this. You don't wait until you're staring to eat. You eat before hunger becomes a problem. Heavy feeding right before flowering, for example, gives you big green leaves and almost no fruit. The plant is using all that nitrogen energy to grow foliage instead of setting flowers. Old farmers from the Midwest prairie knew to pull back on nitrogen once flowering started and shift to phosphorus and potassium. You don't need synthetic fertilizers to do this. Wood ash is rich in potassium, bone meal is loaded with phosphorus, and both have been sitting in American farmhouses for hundreds of years. Let's stop here for a second. Before we get to mistake number 5, I want to know, how many of these have you been doing without realizing it? Drop a number in the comments. No judgment. Just honest answers. The comment section might surprise you. Mistake 5 is one that causes gardeners to lose entire crops every single year, and it comes down to spacing. Plants too close together fight for the same resources: water, light, nutrients, airspace. And when plants are stressed from competition, they become vulnerable. Pests find them first. Disease spreads faster. Yield drops by as much as 40% just from crowding. I know it feels wrong to thin your seedlings. You grew those little plants. You love them. But thinning is not cruelty, it's strategy. The Amish farmers never skipped thinning. They understood that saving 10 weak plants is worse than keeping 3 strong ones. Read your seed packet, respect the spacing, and trust the process. Mistake 6 will probably make a lot of you uncomfortable, because it involves something gardeners are deeply proud of, their watering routine. Here it is, you're overwatering, and overwatering is the #1 killer of container plants and raised beds across America. Roots sitting in waterlogged soil develop rot. The plant looks droopy, which makes you think it needs more water, so you water again, and you make it worse. Before you water, stick your finger 2 inches into the soil. If it's still moist down there, walk away. Check again tomorrow. The roots need wet-dry cycles to develop properly. This is one of the foundational principles of Depression-era survival gardening. Water was scarce, so people learned to water smart. That discipline produced more food per square foot than almost anything else. Now we've arrived at mistake number 7. This is the one that stops people cold when they hear it. Most gardeners plant their vegetables in the wrong place. Not the wrong garden, not the wrong bed, but the wrong spot relative to each other. Some plants are chemical warfare specialists. They release compounds from their roots that actively suppress or stimulate the plants growing near them. Fennel, for example, will slow down your tomatoes, stunt your peppers, and weaken your beans. It's not aggressive, it's just chemistry. But plant your basil next to your tomatoes and watch what happens. Growth accelerates. Pest pressure drops. Native American farming traditions, particularly the Three Sisters method of corn, beans, and squash, were built entirely on this principle. These plants don't just coexist, they help each other survive. Learning which plants are allies and which are enemies in your garden is one of the highest leverage things you can do, and most gardeners never even think about it. Mistake 8 is harvesting at the wrong time, and it costs people more food than any pest ever could. There's a window for every vegetable, a peak moment of flavor, nutrition, and yield signal. Miss that window in one direction, and you get immature food with poor flavor. Miss it in the other direction, and the plant thinks its job is done, stops producing, and starts putting all its energy into seeds. Zucchini left on the vine until it's the size of a baseball bat tells the plant to shut down production. Pick it small, pick it often, and the plant will keep producing all season. Same with beans, cucumbers, peppers. Every time you harvest, you're sending a message to the plant, your job isn't finished yet. Keep going. Old-time farmers harvested almost every day during peak season, not because they needed that much food that day, but because they understood this signal. Mistake 9 is something almost every beginner does in their first year and never fully recovers from. They ignore the soil before planting. They look at a patch of ground, think it looks fine, add a few seeds, and wonder why nothing grows well. Soil is not just dirt. It's a living system that needs preparation, organic matter, microbial life, and the right pH to support plant growth. A handful of soil in a healthy garden can contain more microorganisms than there are people on Earth. When you till relentlessly, use synthetic chemicals, and never return organic matter to the ground, you destroy that life. And dead soil grows weak plants. The simplest fix is one the old homesteaders used every single fall. Pile compost, leaves, kitchen scraps, and grass clippings on top of your beds and let winter do the work of breaking it all down. By spring, your soil is alive, rich, and ready. And that brings us to mistake number 10, the one that ties everything else together, and the one most people never hear about. They stop paying attention after planting. They treat the garden like a project with a start and an end. Plant in spring, harvest in fall, done. But a garden is not a project, it's a relationship. It rewards attention, observation, and small daily adjustments. The farmers who consistently produced the most food, through drought and frost and pest pressure, were not the ones with the best equipment or the most land. They were the ones who walked their garden every single day. They noticed a yellowing leaf before it became a problem. They caught pest damage early. They saw when soil was dry 2 days before the plant started wilting. That daily walk, just 10 minutes, is worth more than any tool, any fertilizer, any fancy technique. It's the oldest piece of farming wisdom in America, and it's completely free. If this video gave you something valuable today, do one thing for me. Drop a comment telling me which mistake hit closest to home. Your answer helps me make better videos, and it might help the person reading the comments who's making the exact same mistake right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the moment. Every week I put out videos like this one. No fluff, no filler, just the real stuff that actually works in a real garden. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Because next week, we're going to talk about something that most gardeners have never even heard of, and it might be the single most powerful thing you can do for your soil before winter hits. You don't want to miss it.